The making of a Jane Austen style Regency gown. Hi guys, and welcome to another Around the Year video. Today we are making an early 19th century dress from the Regency era, mostly inspired by the 1995 Pride and Prejudice movie. So let's get into it. I started by cutting out all the pieces. I cut out the skirt freehand, but for the bodice I drafted a pattern out of an A4 sheet of paper. As I wanted a gathered front, I moved the pattern piece some distance away from the fold, so the whole front piece would be wide enough to be gathered. Then I cut out the back using the same pattern, only that I didn't cut the neckline as low. As the fabric I'm using, a cotton mix voile, is almost sheer, I lined the bodice with plain white fabric. Next, I gathered the bodice front using a wide stitch on my sewing machine. And I gathered along the top of the bodice, along the neckline, and along the waist. Time to assemble the bodice. I did the same thing with the lining, though here no gathering was necessary. Next, I pinned bodice and lining right sides together and sewed along the bottom edge of the bodice. The next step was to fold all of the raw edges to the inside and hand stitch them in place, so no stitches would be seen from the outside. As sewing machines weren't around in the Regency era, I'm taking care that no machine stitching is visible from the outside of the garment, although I do cheat and use machine stitching where it can't be seen. Now for the sleeves. I'm going for short puffed sleeves. I gathered the sleeve top and bottom and attached the lining. Then I hand-stitched the sleeves into the armholes. The skirt was quickly and simply made, mostly with a machine. I sewed together the front and the back pieces, zigzagged over the raw edges, and cut off any excess. I hand-stitched the hem in place, so again no stitches would be visible from the outside. I also hand-stitched around the top of the skirt, making a casing, as I planned to gather the back of the skirt with a drawstring. Lastly, I attached the bodice to the skirt. This again I did by hand. I left a couple of centimeters at the back open for the gathers. I stitched through the drawstring on either side of the gap to stop the rest of the bodice from being gathered when I pulled the drawstring closed. Lastly, 2 pairs of hooks and eyes were attached to fasten the bodice at the back. And now the dress is done. It took me about 16 hours of work, but I'm really pleased with the result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe down below, and stay tuned as there's a dressing up video coming soon.